and that makes me happy. I love strawberries. Welcome to TNT Homesteading. Join us as we spend our first full year here on our 10-acre off-grid homestead. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So it is Monday morning, towards the end of April, I think. Maybe the 22nd, maybe? Something like that. Anyway, I am trying to get that garden done. Got the day off from work today, and I'm going to see how much of that I can get taken care of. Basically, I still got some grass in here I need to get out. I've got a few more tree stumps I'm trying to get out. I've got a couple that are trying to sprout, which concerns me a little bit. And I've got a few tree stumps like this one here. I'm ready to get a chainsaw and cut that section out. Again, we're not planting in the ground, but as I build the beds, I want to be able to have the beds where the roots can go down into the soil, and worms from the soil can come up into the beds and the like. And so I'm just trying to get things cleaned up as much as possible so I can get some beds made and get some dirt in here and get some plants in them. We do have some plants. We've got a few tomato plants, some pepper plants, bell pepper. We've got some strawberries that we've got planted. I've got some seeds to put in. I don't even remember everything I've got. I got quite a bit. Carrots and turnips and stuff like that. I'm still looking for some bean seeds. Anyway, it's cold this morning. It's mid-30s. There was actually some frost advisories, people telling people, hey, if you got plants out, you may want to get them covered up. The blackberries are going really well. All 5 plants are just doing great. I've got the elderberries are also doing great. None of the wood sprouted. Everything's come up from the rootstock on both plants, but they are both doing really, really well. I do have 2 dewberry plants. I always just pretty much call them blackberries, but they're dewberries, slightly different, taste pretty much the same in my opinion. I need to get over here and clean up some of the stuff underneath them. I'll probably put a little piece of fence around these just to keep an eye on them. It's right there, by the way. It's hard to see with everything else around it. The garlic has been going great. I mean, you can see just how well those are going. The spinach, we've been having spinach salads, and it's going really well. I'm going to need to get some more planted soon. These are starting to get a little crazy. I believe those 2 are actually garlic that probably flooded down. Over here, these are all temporary. I've put them in the ground in their pots. One of the biggest things with pots is they dry out really quick with wind and heat and the like. And we're getting ready to go out of town for a couple days. And so one of the things I decided to do is plant all of these in the ground, get them watered really well, and that'll actually help with the keeping the soil moist longer. This is not where they're going to stay, but that's where I went ahead and put them. And then strawberries we've got over here, and they're doing okay. I've got some blooms, got a couple strawberries. This big clump here, it's actually several plants, but they've already got several runners going on them, and that makes me happy. I love strawberries. I'm actually hoping, especially depending on how they run and whatnot, we could fill up this whole bed in the next year or so with strawberries, and I would not be disappointed. So pretty much garden-wise, that's what we've got going, and I think I'm going to go inside and drink a little bit more coffee before getting out here and giving things a chance to warm up a little bit more. But I'll warm up just going, so I may not stay in long. I got a lot to do, and I really like to get it done. So I want these plants in the garden, because once the plants are in the garden and the garden's going, I can start working on splitting firewood for next winter and doing some stuff there. And then once that's done, we'll start working on the porch between the two buildings. So we've got lots of plans, and it's just got to get them done. And I do need to still move the solar panels behind me to my summer angle, and I've not done that yet. I'd sort of like to look at trying to figure out a way to make it easier for me to bring it back down to this angle in the winter. I've got a couple ideas, and I don't know if I'm going to mess with them right now or not. We're doing great on power generation right now, but we're not running the air conditioner or anything like that. So I will want to get those at a better angle before too terribly long. One last update I want to give you before I really get this day going is on this greenhouse. So I don't know yet exactly what we're going to end up doing here. You can see here the plastic is pulled away from the Gorilla Tape. It's just pulling away. I have a few spots, like right here, you can sort of see it. But I have this piece of plastic, the main sheet around this. So I put a piece of tape, cut some holes through, or punched some holes through it so I could put a zip tie around it. That actually is working really well, but the tape itself is not going to work. We do have some clamps, and we may just try some more clamps. I never really put a whole lot in there this year. By the time we got it done, it was just really too hot to have a whole lot going on in there. So we'll see. Make some adjustments. We'll see how this goes. So I've been busy. It's 12:30, so I've been working at it really good and hard for about 3.5 hours. And I'm going to fill this tomorrow. Let me show you how this is looking though. So I already had that one situated and ready to go. This one's now ready for a chainsaw. This one right back here is ready for a chainsaw. That one's ready for a chainsaw. And this one will take some work, but I think I can get this stump out and then get that rock out after I get the stump. Hopefully, it depends on how big that is. But until that root that goes over the top of it's out, there's not going anywhere. I've done my best to get all the rocks that I can out of here. Dirt and chainsaw blades don't mix anyway, and rocks are even worse. Thankfully, I've got a dull blade on there, or a semi-dull blade on there anyway, so I'll definitely be changing blades when this is done. Well, I'm really not sure how many chainsaw blades I went through, but I did at least get it done. It looks a lot better. I actually need some dirt because of some of the rocks I took out of here were huge, and I took out a lot of rocks. But I am going to be getting dirt, so I'll have dirt in here when I'm filling the beds. So I'm going to probably start working on beds right now. And as I make beds, I'll bring them in here, I'll set them down, and then we'll go for there. I don't really have a chance to get dirt down here today. But if I can get the beds made and placed in here and ready to fill with dirt, then hopefully in the next week or so, I've got a busy week ahead of me. Busy weekend next weekend, because next weekend is the homesteading conference that will have already passed by the time you're watching this, I'm sure. But, you know, chances of getting dirt next weekend's probably very slim, but I may attempt it. But get the beds made, get them in here, and I'll be ready to start filling. I've got the material out here to make 3 beds. I've got a few more, but having problems with my saw. So let me make 3 and we'll go from there. I decided to make them 32 inches wide. That should give my arms plenty of room to reach towards the back and get a harvest from the backside as well, since this is going against the fence. And well, that's the plan. Pretty much I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. Two screws, at least 2 screws per board, and we'll go from there. I may have a little bit more I need to do. I found a rock that I never got out, and I think the fence may be right over here. The fence may be on it, or I might have just missed it. I'm not sure. We'll see when it comes down to that one. I may just go get the shovel and see if I can't do anything about it. But yeah, I'm tired and ready to be done. So I'm going to try to get these beds knocked out and call it quits. It's looking pretty good. I'm okay with this. So I think a water break and a shovel and see if I can get rid of that rock. And then I'll see how much more I can do. But I'm sort of running out of steam. I'm done for the day. I'm tired, I'm hot. I think I got a slight sunburn. Thankfully that'll be brown tomorrow, but I'm really liking it. Let me show you here. That's 32 inches deep. And I've got 8 foot wide on each bed. All 5 of those beds are the same. I do have the blue tubs, and we're talking about planting potatoes in them. And we may, in the middle, because this is a lot of space left in the middle, we may take a blue tub or 2 and cut them in half. But we'll see. I'm not 100% sure what we'll do here. It could just be pots even. And I've done lots of growing in 5-gallon buckets of different things before, and that would also work here really well. But I'm really happy with how this has turned out. The beds are not level yet, so when I do come to, before I come put dirt in them, I will want to level them. It just makes it easier when you're watering if the beds are level. Of course, I've got a few spots. You can see here there's a big hole that needs to be filled in. You can see right over there that it's actually, you can see underneath it where I've had rocks that I've cut out and the like. It's taken me 9.5 hours to do this today, to do that half, the half of that place and those tree stumps and some rocks, and I'm sore, I'm tired, and I'm glad it's done. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.